Monica Chavenia here with Fearless Cooking. Welcome to my channel. Fair warning, this is a no recipe cooking show where we cook some fabulous meals together and you get to put your own spin on it at home. So if this is something that you would like to do, then stick around and let's get that show on the road. Well, today we're going to make something with eggplants. There's an interesting story about eggplants. They're actually a fruit, just like tomatoes. And it's a bit confusing, but that's what they are. So today we're going to do a Moroccan dish called Zaalouk. And it contains eggplant and it contains tomatoes. So we're going to keep those two guys together. But the other interesting thing about eggplants is the fact that there is a male. See that little dot? And then there's a female. You see the little dash? And females have a lot more seeds than male. But the eggplant market doesn't want you to know that. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to cut them up and we're going to steam them. That's the first thing. I'm going to play with the female right now. And what all you have to do is you make sure you wash them really well, cut the ends off a little bit here, and then we're just going to, sometimes the skin is a little bit tough. Now Zaalouck is actually a dip. It's something like baba ganoush, roasted eggplant dip. This one here, we're just gonna cut in half. You see the seeds here? It's quite all right. We're gonna cut them up like this, and we'll just take this one out. We'll just cut out these seeds here. That part gets rather mushy. Just the brown stuff. Just gonna cut them up, small pieces. We're going to steam them for about 25 minutes. Now I'm cutting up the male part. You see hardly any seeds in this one here. We're not using all of that. This is plenty. There's about one eggplant, and then we take about 3 whole tomatoes and we slice them up. The best way to slice them up is in this way, the slices. You can also chop them up in quarters, but I find it's easier to do it with slices. So we're going to give this about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Our eggplants have been steamed. We're going to start off with a little bit of oil in a hot pot or frying pan. Just make sure that the frying pan gets hot first. Put some oil in here. This dish is very simple. It just has garlic, tomatoes, eggplant, tomato paste, lemon or preserved lemon. It is, after all, it is Moroccan. Moroccans love preserved lemons, and then we're adding some spices. And spices will always be salt, pepper, cumin is the most important spice, and paprika. So we'll just get our oil hot here and use a lot of garlics because it is basically a beautiful dip. In Morocco, they're calling this a salad sometimes. In Morocco, every cold dish that you serve is called a salad because that's how they present their food. They have their main meal and then they have all kinds of vegetables in different kind of spices. So I'm not getting this garlic brown at all. I'm just going to add my tomatoes in it. I want to get all the flavors out of the tomatoes that I possibly can. And I'm just going to stir this up. Ooh, it smells already fabulous. Now I'm going to add my eggplant. It's really a beautiful dip. And we're just going to cook this up. At this point I will put my salt in. You want to get all the flavors out of the vegetables, or fruits in this case, both of them are. little bit of pepper. And now I'm going to add my cumin. You can spice it up if you like, but that's about all you need. Paprika gives it a beautiful color, and it's done, and all you have to do is just mush it up. You can cook this down if you wanted to, and then put it in a blender, but that's not what they do in Morocco. In Morocco they use their hands, and just make sure the flavors all come out. Eggplant, or aubergine called as well, has a lot of vitamins, high in potassium, manganese, and it's really a wonderful vegetable to have. It's got a bit of a bad rap. Some people find it mushy, but it's perfect for this dish. As soon as it starts getting softer and softer, we already cooked our eggplants or steamed our eggplants. If you use about 1.5 to 2 eggplants and about 3 large tomatoes, that'll give you enough dip for 4 or 5 people. I was also told that this is a Christmas thing people bring in Morocco. They bring it to other people's houses. So now what we're doing is we're going to just mash this up with a fork. It has to be, it's kind of in a rough shape, not pureed up. You want to see what's in there. The skin is perfectly edible, and it will cook away. Now you could put some more chili in it if you wanted to, but in Morocco they serve everything with cumin on the side. So you would have in restaurants, in houses, a bowl of cumin comes onto the table, and everybody adds some more. Again, in Morocco they eat a lot of bread. Bread goes with everything. They start off with bread in the morning, and they continue eating all day long breads. Breads for snack. Some of the bread is made with semolina, but most of it is made with wheat. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add some tomato paste. At this point, it gets this nice green brownish color. Now one of the main ingredients, of course, is cilantro. Cilantro and parsley. In our household we're not so crazy about cilantro, so in this case I'm going to use mint. Mint is also very nice. You can also use basil if you like, if you don't like cilantro, or just double up on parsley. Now the other ingredients that we're putting in is preserved lemons. You could also use fresh lemon juice, lemon rinds. I have a little bit of juice here, but I'm just going to add just a touch. And again, we're just pressing down with your fork. When you buy an eggplant, make sure you buy a firm eggplant, and one that has really a shiny black outside and is firm. You can use also the long Asian ones, which are purple. Hey, pretty close to it. I'll turn it down a little bit. Don't want to get it bitter. If you cook it down too much with the tomatoes, it might get a little bit of a bitter taste, and you don't want that. Always put your fresh herbs in the end of your meal, or of your dish, I should say. Just before you cook it, then you get the best flavors out. Delicious. I think it's spicy enough with the cumin. Just put this in. As I mentioned, I'm going to use mint. Before you cut up your mint or use your mint, take your mint, put it in your hand, and just hit it. And when you hit it like this, what you do is releasing some oils, and you're just starting to relax the mint. Big stuff here. I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil on top, as olive oil makes everything a little bit better. Make sure this is extra virgin. Zaalouk, beautiful dip. You can go to Morocco anytime now, at least in your kitchen. If you enjoyed this session, I would appreciate a thumbs up or a like. That would really help me. And I would be back next week again with another video. Who knows where from? Try liking this right now. Okay, I'm waiting. Zaalouck from Morocco. Remember to be fearless in your kitchen.